Come here, Rufus.
How'd that big bass tournament go, Chad?
Well, we tried hard.
We did.
Very hard.
We won't be honored at the money awarding ceremony, unfortunately. Rufus didn't catch any big bass all weekend. Hey. So to end off the bass tournament, Chad has suggested that we rip over the Columbia River, which is a couple hours away, and do a evening troll for some trophy walleye to end off the weekend, hopefully with a bang.
They could still have eggs. They could still be big.
They could still be 10 plus pounds.
They could be.
Okay, time to hit the highway. And you want me to drive?
No, I'll take care of the driving.
Okay. So this is how you salvage really weak tournament videos. You go catch a 8 to 10 pound walleye right at the end of the day.
We're gonna try. It might be tough.
Fishing is hard.
It is hard and dangerous.
Okay, just say something about the current scene once more.
I just said it.
Just say it again.
Were you not recording?
I wasn't recording.
So we're gonna be fishing a current seam. Maybe in it, maybe outside of it. If we gotta go outside of it, it's gonna be tough. We're gonna put some lead down to get to the fish. I'm guessing they're gonna be right in the current seam, but that's a guess. And so far this weekend, my guesses have been so far off base, I have no idea where the fish are gonna be. We're gonna find out. I kind of feel like jigging for some reason. You need some kids tackle jigs?
No.
Where's that? I got a ton of them. They're really nice looking jigs though, aren't they?
There. Oh, I can't believe I'm not putting on a jigging wrap.
Go ahead, stay vertical with it. You'll probably catch fish. I'll pitch, you can stay vertical. These fish really seem to be like in that 14-foot spot. There's a lot of flow. It's gonna hold fish in here. So you see that little current seam right there?
That's the spot.
That's the spot. You put it up there in 12, 14, 15 feet. There should be a fish sitting there. Walleye.
Nice.
That's an eater. Boy, we are on some small males here. These are the ones that you should eat, 16 inchers. Throw the big ones back, eat these.
You fish that jig vertically too a lot?
I'd much rather pitch it, personally.
But do you ever fish it vertically? Am I snagged on something or just a small fish?
Isn't it?
I don't know. It's not fighting.
It's like a fish, they ain't fighting. Eater.
Boom, jigging wrap fish, boom!
That's perfect for what we wanted to eat tonight, but not for showing off a big female.
There's my first Columbia River walleye. I have heard about this fishery my entire life, basically, about the epic walleye fishing, and this is how I've broken the ice. Fish? Yep.
You want me to get excited?
Nope.
Trout? Walleye? Looks like a
Walleye.
You don't want me to net it, do you?
No.
So where are the females? Another eater.
Columbia River walleye number 2 on the jigging wrap. That's dinner.
So the males are here, apparently.
Sorry, you were waiting.
All right, crank time.
Which bait do you want me to use?
Use your, anything, you want to use my stuff?
I asked you if I should bring cranks. You said no, you have them. Chad, should I bring
I'm not
cranks?
using any of those.
I don't want them.
Where's my tournament crank?
Are you using a tournament crank?
I am.
Give me something super generic that's out of tune. This looks like a tournament crank. I feel like I can't really show this on camera.
You probably shouldn't have.
That's super custom. Like, that is not a color pattern that you're gonna find on Tackle Warehouse if they sold walleye gear. Are these KVDs?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, it just seems like that would be something you'd do, is get KVD hooks.
Next thing you know, I'm going to reel in their right hand.
We were just talking earlier about how, Kevin, you reel with the wrong hand because you switch when you're fishing bass.
Imagine how much better he would be.
I know, it's scary.
He would never lose.
Most pro bass fishermen do that wrong. You gotta have your strong hand on the rod. You can reel with your weak hand. It doesn't take any strength to reel it in.
I really am not even comfortable showing these, to be honest with you. Pull a Fleckerman will do just fine. Actually, if I was gonna pick one, I would throw that one of those on.
So this goes down to 20 feet?
Oh yeah. About 170.
170.
Fish on. 42 degrees, and this male is ready.
I think the spawn might be on. Chad detected a white substance coming out of that fish.
Rufus seems to enjoy it. I mean, if they're here, the females should be, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, they need each other,
Do
I
they?
guess. I don't know. I'll have to look it up, but we think the walleye spawn is
46 to 48.
like 46 to 48, Chad's guessing.
I mean, they look ready.
As we've been talking about this for the last few weeks leading up to coming out here, I've really been hoping to find pre-spawn walleyes because that's going to be the only chance of catching a true super tanker. You could still catch a post-spawn 10-pounder, but you can't catch a post-spawn 20 pounder. So hopefully the fish haven't spawned yet, and that chance of getting a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, even Chad says realistic chance at cracking 20 pounds tonight is alive and well because the fish are pre-spawn. What do you think, Chad?
It's slightly possible, not impossible. In theory, should not be spawned. I mean, that seems pretty cold. You know, you think about Rainy River, like the bite really starts to pick up at 42 typically, and then a couple weeks after that, it would go away. So
Because they were spawning?
right.
Oh, fish on the flicker shad.
Minnow.
Sorry, Keith, it's a flicker minnow. It's a walleye.
Nice. Eater again?
Yep.
Crazy.
But do you want another eater?
Yeah, maybe one more. Throw them in there.
My third Columbia River walleye on a Berkeley flicker minnow 11D. What's that color called?
I don't know what they call it. A good clear water color.
Looks like kind of small and low profile, but Chad says no problem getting it down 20, maybe even 25 feet. And what else do I want to say here? I got a short fluorocarbon leader, then 10-pound Power Pro, which is really thin, cuts the water nicely. This is one of those new E6X 10-foot walleye trolling rods. Can I ask you what speed to go?
All right, okay.
Okay, Chad, what speed do you like to go when you're crankbait fishing?
It changes all the time. I mean, I have my favorite numbers.
Yeah.
That's around 1.
Yeah.
But it's more the feel. If you have a lot of current, you go slower. If you have no current, you go faster. You'll know when it feels right. If it's not doing anything, if it's just kind of dragging along, you're not going to catch as many fish. Speed it up, slow it down, whatever you got to do.
So it's your boat speed relative to the current speed is what Chad's talking about in terms of how that feels. If you were on a lake with no current, would you be going way faster than that?
Oh,
then?
yeah.
Like
1.5 to 2.5.
Gotcha. Oh! Burped goobers.
I've never heard that noise before. This spot typically holds big females right now. The whole reason the fish are here is to get out of the current, in the current seam. You know what I mean? I don't need to explain it other than that. It's hard to see the current seams right now. If it's calm, they're like so defined.
They're loud, yeah. Fish. Fish,
better.
It's wallowing, yeah.
It's wallowing. So I'll let you bring your rod over here shortly because it'll be much easier. Okay, go ahead.
Take it this side.
Yep. Maybe a female, right?
Chad was just giving me the in-depth lay of the land on this spot. Rod goes off. Heavy fish, wallowing in the depths. Coming in easy now, but we're also going down with the current on him, which really kills the fight.
Yeah.
I like how he's standing down.
I do too.
Keep it together, folks.
Definitely a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably 8.
Look at the fold. This is a 10-foot
It's a good
Loomis.
fish. It's a really good one, Aaron.
Oh, yeah, buddy. That was easy.
That's 10 plus easy.
10 plus pounds on a 10-foot Loomis E6X walleye crankbait rod. Berkeley, what is this thing? Flicker minnow?
Flicker minnow. Thank you, Keith Kavajecz. T-boned it, man. Look at that. Wanted it. It's an aggressive hit. A T-bone. Definitely has not spawned.
Oh, T-boned. Okay.
Full eggs? Definitely. Definitely got eggs. Look at that belly.
It is 29 and a half. An hour in on the Columbia River, 29 and a half inch walleye. Chad has these spots pretty figured out, I'd say, if it's that easy. We're gonna do a quick weight here. We got a weight clip so that we're not having to go through the gills. Got it? It is 4.75 kilograms. Like Chad predicted, we would salvage the weekend in short order here on the Columbia. Beautiful. Buddy! Bam!
Oh
Rufus, my man! We did it! Like, where's the easy button? Can
Is
I
that
push?
really over 10 pounds?
Can I push the easy button?
4.75?
4.75, I would say, is like
10 and a half.
10 and a half pounds. So we zeroed the scale when using this little clip. This is a lot better than hanging a fish, dangling it by its gill or poking a hole under its mouth somewhere. You just grab it by the jaw like this. Of course, if you can weigh it in a net or a bag or horizontally supported some way, that's the absolute best way to do it. It's a mentality out in the Midwest that's widespread now, releasing large walleyes. But here in Washington, walleye is a trash fish, believe it or not. There is minimal regulations and zero attention paid to them. What's the limit on walleye?
It's unlimited in the Columbia River. There's no limit.
What?
There's no limit.
There's no limit on walleye in the Columbia River, and this
Started last March.
So there used to be a limit, and just recently they've lifted it. And I'll tell you, This is the best place in the world to catch a 20-pound walleye because it's basically the only place in the world that 20-pound walleye have been documented legitimately in recent history. Hello, Washington, I'm from Manitoba. I'm all the way here to fish for walleyes, and you guys don't even care about your walleye fishery. Bang, 10.5-pound walleye on a fishery that they don't even care about, don't manage. Doesn't make sense. And Chad says there's bigger to come. Stay tuned. Hashtag guided, guided, guided. Chad hooked me up so hard tonight with that walleye to salvage this video, salvage this weekend, and kickstart this trip.